É a mamãe ou ela? As duas. É a mamãe que vai ter o colo ou a outra que vai ter o colo. Então vamos lá. Quem é que a mamãe vai fazer? As duas. As duas. É isso? Então tá. Você vai seguir isso aí. Agora é o seguinte, ó.
Hello, Diego. Do we start? Okay. Good evening and welcome into Ginásio do Maracanazinho in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, for tonight's Basketball Champions League America's semifinal matchup between Boca Juniors of Buenos Aires, Argentina, and Instituto of Córdoba, also in Argentina. Alongside Andrew Hunt, I'm Craig Theta, and we're so glad you can be with us tonight, wherever you're watching from, in the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL America's YouTube channel and Courtside 1891. Well, Andrew, both of these teams finished second in their groups, and both of these teams needed all 3 games to advance to the semifinals, and they know each other very well from playing each other in La Liga de Basket. Boca are that league's reigning champions, defeating Instituto in the finals, while Instituto won that league in 2022. Tonight, one of these teams will advance in this tournament to somewhere neither have been before, the championship game. This is going to be a battle. Both teams like to shoot it from outside. In fact, we have 3 of the top 3-point shooters in the tournament in this game percentage-wise. Leandro Vildosa for Instituto is shooting 53.6%, which is second behind Alexi Borges. And Santiago Scala and Martin Cuello are tied for third at 52.4%. Boca has a little more size with Andres Ibargüen and Marcos Delia, while Instituto is a little more explosive, perhaps, with Bautista Lugarini and Nicola Pomoli, who were absolutely clutch against Minas in Game 3 of that quarterfinal series. Our starting lineups tonight for Instituto, in their white and red striped uniforms: Leandro Vildosa, Nicolas Copello, Bautista Lugarini, Nicola Pomoli, and Emmett Holt. Instituto coached by Lucas Victoriano. He's assisted by Ignacio Barsanti and Ignacio Gianbartolome. There again, you look at the starting 5 for Instituto. They come into this one with a record of 5 wins against 4 losses overall in this event. Defeated Minas in 3 games, winning the opener 67-60, losing game 2 79-70, and then winning 79-74. The starting lineup now for Boca: Santiago Scala, Jose Vildosa, Marcos Delia, Sebastian Vega, and Franco Giorgetti, for head coach Gonzalo Perez in his first season with Boca Juniors. Gonzalo Perez assisted by Emmanuel Quintans and Gianluca Pignardello. As we again look at the starters for Boca Juniors. These two teams have played each other twice in LNBA play this year. Boca have won both games. Our second semifinal is coming up right after this one at 9:10 p.m. local time here in Rio, 8:10 p.m. Eastern Daylight in the USA, and that one is expected to be a dandy as well, as Flamengo will take on Franca for the right to play the winner of this game tomorrow night. Our officials for this contest: Andres Bartel of Uruguay, Carlos Peralta of Ecuador, and Carlos Velez of Colombia. Boca's road to the semifinals. They came in with a 6-3 overall record. In the quarters, they beat Real Estelí 97-89 in Game 1, lost Game 2, and then defeated Estelí in the final 72-58. Second place in Group B with a 4-2 record. They were the only team in the group phase to beat Flamengo. Flamengo, of course, in the other semifinal against Franca. Just moments away from tip-off. First of our two semifinals here tonight in Rio. Ball is in the air. We are underway, and Instituto will be on offense first. Let us see how La Gloria starts this one off. Leandro Vildosa left side to Lugarini. Lugarini down low to Pomoli. Into the paint. Right-hand runner won't go. Rebound Delia. Nicola Pomoli in game 3 against Minas. 21 points. 5 rebounds. What a huge game he had. Now Scala driving right side. Kicking it out to Vega. Down to Delia in the paint. Now he kicks it out into the corner now. First 3 on the way. That is good. Boca. Top early, 3-0.
Craig, that was great movement looking down low and then getting the kick out to the corner for that wide open 3.
Instituto missed their first 3-point attempt. That was Scala, by the way, on that 3-pointer. We mentioned his 3-point shooting prowess, shooting 52.4%, tied for 3rd in the event for players with more than 20 attempts from beyond the arc, tied with his teammate, Martin Cuello. As we have the first foul of the game on Sebastian Vega, as we look at the ball movement that Andrew Hunt spoke about just a moment ago. Now here's Pomoli. And Leandro Vildosa outside to Holt. Left side to Pomoli. He launches the 3. Splash! Nicola Pomoli! And we are tied at 3. Pomoli in this event, 38.5% from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and I like that they got him the ball in their first possession. Wasn't too thrilled about his shot, but that one a wide open look. Good to see him hit something early.
Giorgetti now for 3. That missed. Scala the rebound. Stolen away by Scala, who's got it. Now a kick ball called. Scala and Vildosa were wrestling right on the midcourt line. Not sure if they were going to call that an over and back or what they were going to call, but they eventually called a kick, and it's going to be Boca ball. I think that could have gone a couple of different ways. So a pair of teams from Argentina in one semi and a pair of teams from Brazil in the other. So it's going to be Argentina against Brazil in the finals no matter what. As Instituto, some nice ball movement on the transition bucket there. Pomoli gets his first 2. And it is Instituto's first lead on the night. Always fun when a team from Argentina takes on a team from Brazil, especially when it's the 2 national teams. And a steal by Boca is going to lead to the easy bucket for Sebastian Vega, and we are tied up at 5. Now the pull-up jumper from the right side, a little too strong. Rebound Vega. Anytime you think of Argentina, Brazil, as far as great national rivalries, Andrew, you think France, Germany, England, France. USA, USSR, back in the day anyway. There's the old Soviet Union. But Argentina, Brazil, one of the great rivalries. South America, you talk about Colombia, Venezuela, Uruguay, Paraguay. Holt now for 3, that just short. And we are tied at 5 with 6:19 to play in this first quarter. All 5 starters still on the floor for both clubs. Scala. Kick to Scala in the corner. Tipped out of bounds. I believe that was Pomoli. Yeah, it was that Pomoli that got a handle on it. Rather, a hand on it, I should say. And it's going to be Boca ball with 3 to shoot.
Pomoli's all over the place so far.
Really is. He was all over the place in game 3 against Minas. 21 points, 5 boards. He's had 8 straight double-figure shooting games. Double-figure scoring games, I should say. First game in this tournament, Pomoli had no points. And he's had double figures the next 8 games. And Pomoli and Lugarini for Instituto, boy, as Lugarini gets called for that foul. They were so clutch in game 3. Lugarini, 18 points, 8 boards, 5 assists, and 2 blocks against Minas. As Delia nets that first free throw. 41% from the stripe in this event. Second free throw up. And a little too strong. So it's 6-5 Boca. Not a lot of offense in this one so far. And you would say, you know, these teams just trying to kind of feel each other out, but you know, this isn't game 1 of a multi-game series. It's also not a game in which both teams are unfamiliar with each other. These teams know each other very well, as the pretty left-hand floater is good. I believe that was Vildosa.
Ooh.
Jose Vildosa, I should say. A couple of Vildosas in this game. Jose for Boca, Leandro for Instituto. They are not related. Well, I believe it's Leandro that's related to Luca Vildosa, who spent some time in the NBA.
Also a different Luca than the one you might be familiar with.
Yes. Luca Vildosa, I should say.
Right. No, you were clear on that. I hear Luca NBA. I say, oh, that guy.
That Luca, yeah. Scala, double clutches on the three-point attempt, missed. And we are inside 5 minutes to play, first quarter. Lugarini to his right. He's one of those guys who, Luca, I should say, not Vildosa, but only needs a first name. LeBron,
right.
Steph, Luca, Giannis. Little fancy ball work there, but the three-pointer no good. Pomoli another rebound.
I think that's how you know you've made it, is they either just call you by your first name or they have a KD, you know? They have a nickname or a shortening.
MJ.
Mm-hmm. Shaq. Well, that's also his first name, I suppose, but.
Yeah, if you only need one name. Or just the initials.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like you in the broadcast world. They just call you Drew. Everybody knows who you're talking about. Well, that must be Andrew Hunt.
I've been
called draws the
one
foul.
Name. A lot of different one-name names throughout my various careers.
Most of which can't be said on the air.
Only some of which, not most. Some.
Javier Saiz into the game now for Instituto. He missed quite a while with the injury. The first free throw is good for Bautista Lugarini. Alex Negrete on the floor as well for Instituto now. Second free throw is good, and Instituto now lead by 1. Jose Vildosa gets it right side into the corner, and now Giorgetti brings it out to El Panda. Scala. Oh, Giorgetti couldn't handle the pass. Negrete. He'll shoot it from out there.
Oh,
Takes it
nice.
all the way himself and lays it in with the left hand. Nice take by Alex Negrete.
Used every bit of space he had on that one.
Foul, I believe, is on Ibargüen. Did not see him slip into the game. So Negrete, he's one of those guys who, he's only 6'4", 192 centimeters, but at 23 years old, he's got those young legs and he's got some springs. He will absolutely get up there and surprise you. And every time he does, every time he explodes in the lane, it shocks me. I don't know why, but he can really get up there. He is fun to watch, and it's 12-8 now, biggest lead of the game for either team. Now way outside Martin Cuello, no good, but a foul called.
Well, and aside from the athleticism, the technical portion of that last shot with the spin that he had on it, he was about to go behind the backboard and really spun that out there. It was outside of the square that's on the backboard, which is usually what you're aiming for if you're going to go glass. So he really
that's going to
worked
be
that one in.
Oh, are they going to call that on Negrete? Wow, I thought that was Ibargüen clearing out, but they're going to get Alex Negrete. Boy, that sure looked to me like Ibargüen pushed off, but they saw it the other way. It's probably a good thing that Negrete was called for the foul, because either way, Ibargüen was going to have his way with Negrete under the bucket. And now Negrete, with his back to the play here, commits the foul on Cuello. Ball, what ball? Inside 3 minutes to play now, first quarter. His 4-point spread, the biggest of the game so far. Three-pointer on the way. Splash! Facundo Pinheiro. And he gets Boca back to within 1. Negrete lost the handle. I'm not sure if he was trying to get it to size or just lost the ball, but a turnover there. Oh, and a great defensive play by Leandro Vildosa. Boca had a golden opportunity, and that leads to the transition bucket at the other end for Bautista Lugarini. But what defensive wizardry by Leandro Vildosa. That's a 4-point swing right there.
Yeah, and great hustle to cover his teammate who had a...
Martin Cuello with the right-hand lay-in. Boca back to within 1. Long three on the way. Splash!
Wow.
Alex Negrete nails that one. I beg your pardon, that was Leandro Vildosa. He's the number 2 3-point shooter in this event by percentage. 53.6%. That's just absurd. Another tray for Boca. That time, Jose Vildosa. Again, Boca back to within 1. Ibargüen the flat-footed rebound inside of a minute to play. Arguin facing Saiz, now giving it up to Cuello. Cuello for three. Nope. Rebound grabbed by Lugarini. There's Negrete pushing it up. Now into the corner. And a foul by Barguin. There's a look at that fantastic defensive play by Leandro Vildosa, stealing the ball away on the Boca fast break.
And then he says, you know what, for that steal, I'm just going to shoot from the volleyball line. I'm going to go ahead and just throw one up there. Good choice in this case.
Yeah. So Marcos Delia back into the game now for Boca with 30.7 to play. Saiz to Alija. Leandro Vildosa from Saiz. Now back to Alija. Alija on the drive, off the square and in. Nice drive by Alija. His first shot, his first points. Shot clock off, game clock at 7. Cuello, Delia. Delia takes it himself, kicks it out. 3 on the way by Pinheiro. Oh, that's good! Oh, are they going to say it was no good?
Based on Pinheiro's reaction, I think they're at least going to look at it. And he said, hey, fair enough, just look at it. He's confident he made it.
I think he got that off. We'll see. So at the moment, it's 19-16 in favor of Instituto, pending the review of the three-point bucket by Facundo Pinheiro, and they are going to wave it off. Okay, the initial call is no good, but they are going to review it. Okay, so that's... The initial call on the floor is that he did not get it off in time. Yep, clock showing all zeros.
He definitely, yeah, the ball's definitely out of his hands.
Clock goes to zeros right there.
Oh, so the red light is...
You know what? You know what? That's because the full clock is not showing tenths. So it's the red light. So it goes zeros. Okay. There's still a full second left. Now the light comes on. That's going to count. That should count.
So that's 2 seconds.
So
1 second.
Then 0 seconds, yep. So yeah, the game clock was not showing tenths. Yep, that's what we thought. So the three-point bucket is good by Facundo Pinheiro. And we end the first quarter tied at 19 on the second three-point bucket of the frame by Pinheiro. Boca Juniors overall 7 of 17 from the floor, 4 of 11 from the arc, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Instituto 7 of 13 overall, 2 of 5 from downtown, 3 of 3 from the stripe. Instituto leading the rebounding battle early on, 9-8. Instituto without an offensive rebound in that first quarter. 4 turnovers for Instituto. Just 2 for Boca in that first quarter. Individually, Santiago Scala with 3 points for Boca. Facundo Pinheiro has 6 on a pair of 3-pointers. Jose Vildosa, 5 points. Marcos Delia with 1. Sebastian Vega, 2. Martin Cuello with 2 points. And for Instituto, Leandro Vildosa with 3, Alija with 2, Alex Negrete with 3, Bautista Lugarini leading all scorers, or rather tied for the lead with all scorers. He's got 6, along with Facundo Pinheiro of Boca. Nicola Pomoli with 5. And that rounds out the scoring. Lugarini also with 4 rebounds in this game. Off to a little bit of a slow start in this first quarter, Andrew, but the teams started to pick it up there toward the end.
Right. The start we had at the very beginning of the game, start off 2 for 3 with 2 3-pointers. I thought, oh, here we go. But, you know, defense took hold, and definitely looks like everybody's scoring now. So,
yeah, definitely both teams look like they're in the flow of the game. And this one tight, as we expected it to be. Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Fada. Thanks so much for joining us wherever you're tuned in from, around the Americas or around the world, in the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world, VCL America's YouTube channel and FIBA's Courtside 1891. First of 2 semifinals tonight here in Rio de Janeiro. Ginásio Americanazinho. Our second semifinal coming up after this one, Flamengo and Franca. 9:10 p.m. local time, 8:10 Eastern Daylight in the USA. Now Negrete for 3, it rolls off, rebounded by Cuello. These two teams might not quite have the same pedigree as a Franca or Flamengo, but these two teams are outstanding in their own right. We talked about in the Open how Boca is La Liga de Basket reigning champion, defeating Instituto in the finals last year. And Instituto was that league champion 2 years ago. Instituto made the semis of this event in 2020. They did not appear last year. This is their 4th overall appearance. Last year, Boca were 2-4 in the group phase and did not advance. And this is their 3rd appearance. So a little bit of uncharted territory for Boca. Instituto in the semis once before. Oh my, the alley-oop to Elijah. Couldn't quite get it to go. That would have been something. Now Thomas Cooper driving on Saiz. Kicks it out. Now back to Delia. Delia, he's been in the lane for about 3 weeks. Outside to Pinheiro. That's good for 3 again. And it's a 7-point lead now, 26-19. As Pinheiro now 9 points, all from beyond the arc, and Boca comes away with the defensive stop again. Looking to get a little distance between themselves and Instituto. Delia banging. Right-hand jump hook won't go. Saiz left side to Capello. Bumped. Gets it up over Cooper. No good. Rolls on bounds. And that's going to be Boca ball. On the floor for Boca, it's Thomas Cooper, Facundo Pinheiro, Jose Vildosa, Marcos Delia, Martin Cuello. And for Instituto, Alija, Alex Negrete, Nicolas Capello, Luciano Guerra, and Javier Saiz. It looks like Pomoli back into the game now, so it's Alija, Capello, Guerra, Pomoli, and Saiz.
Yes. I was just getting ready to say, with Instituto this stagnant, I don't know how much longer Pomoli will be out of the game, and here he came.
Another 3-pointer. Jose Vildosa from outside again, and now Boca leads by 10. Lucas Victoriano wants timeout. Another 3-pointer for Vildosa. He's got 8. We are back in just a moment live in Rio de Janeiro. A 10-0 run to start off this second quarter for Boca Juniors, and they have themselves a 10-point lead, 29-19. Boca now 6 of 13 from three-point range, and if we look at the shot chart in the second quarter so far, Boca 3 of 4, 2 of 2 from the arc. Instituto 0 for 3. And Andrew, it doesn't look like Boca's doing anything differently to start off this second quarter.
Right, yeah. Doesn't seem like they've been doing anything too differently since the last time I saw them. Missed the quarterfinals, but they were playing at home and started just lighting up the scoreboard, and sounds like based on the statistics and things you've told me, that continues to occur.
Now Pomoli answers with a three-pointer of his own to cut it back down to 7. He's got 8 now. And now Jose Vildosa tries to answer again from outside, no good. Instituto looking to go on a little run here, and a whistle as Pomoli hits the deck.
That possession is an example as to why I don't think Pomoli can afford to be out of this game very much the rest of the remainder of the minutes here.
I can't remember if it was Pomoli or Lugarini who fouled out in Game 3 against Minas. Either way, they are both going to be key for this team. They need to stay on the floor as Pomoli hits the first free throw.
Both currently with no fouls, so that's good news. If you're midway through the second quarter with no fouls, I got to think you should be all right for the game. Not guaranteed, but
So a little 5-0 run now here by Instituto to cut the lead back down to 5. And Boca barely got it over the timeline in time. Shot clock already down to 8. Here's Cooper. Up over Copelo. No.
There's Pomoli again, as I said.
Knowing the foul was coming, he just chucked it up from half court. As we look at the three-pointer by Pomoli. Pomoli 10 points already. He's got game-high honors so far. Outside to Aliyah, strong to the rack, won't go. Gets his own rebound, the putback, no. Scala pushes it up to Cooper. Cooper down the lane, loses it on the way up, out of bounds, and that's going to be Instituto ball. Better look at it here. Cooper, I think, thought he was fouled. Nope, that looked like all ball to me.
That's one of those that, having played, that seems like there may have been a little bit of contact on the forearm, but when you can't really see it and you probably couldn't hear it, you're probably not going to get that call.
Instituto looking to cut into this lead again. Holt with the gift in the paint. And the lead down to 3. Instituto has reeled them back in. 5:40 to play. Our clock, our graphic is frozen. Now it's moving again, but behind the game. Delia with a spinorama off the glass. No. Great defense by Emmett Holt. Now the kick out to Leandro Vildosa. His three-point attempt misses. Aliyah, the rebound and the putback. And now Gonzalo Perez wants timeout as Instituto has answered with an 8-0 run. beg your pardon, a 9-0 run to get it back to within 1. .5:26 to play, second quarter. We got ourselves a ball game again. Don't forget, coming up after this one, Flamengo and Franca, our second semifinal. 9:10 local time in Rio, 8:10 in Eastern Daylight in the USA. (29-28), 5:26 to play, second quarter. Boca Juniors ran out to a 10-point lead at 29-19. Thanks to a 10-0 burst to start off the second quarter, but Instituto has answered with a 9-0 run of their own. And let's see what Boca does following the timeout by Gonzalo Perez. Cuello picks up the dribble, tries to get it to Ibargüen. His pass is tipped. Here comes Instituto back looking for the lead. Down low to Aliyah. Oh, Aliyah turns, puts it in with the right hand, and Instituto are on top. And another turnover by Boca, but a whistle. Well, I guess that's how you answer a 10-0 run with an 11-0 run of your own.
By my math, you would win if you did that.
Yeah. See your 10 and I'll raise you 11. So a foul called on Instituto. Did not see who that was on. It was on Nicola Pomoli. Tipped out of bounds. I'm going to say that went off Holt, but Instituto thinks Cuello just lost it off of his leg. Ooh.
Ooh. That doesn't tipped.
But Boca will retain possession. 7 to shoot. Cuello pulls up from 19. No good. Rebound. And here comes Leandro. Ugarini, right side, bounces it to Holt, and he gets fouled from behind by Scala. It's going to be foul number 1 on El Panda. Nicknames courtesy of Leo Margo, one of my broadcast partners from the quarterfinals. Lowdown on some of the nicknames, Spanish basketball terms. Holt fights his way in. Oh, the athletic soaring tip in. Lee Aliyah, my goodness.
He floated in there.
He did. And it's a 13-0 run for Instituto. They now lead by 3. Kick as Boca tried to feed Ibargüen. Ibargüen hasn't had much impact on this game. Just 1 rebound, has not taken a shot yet, and he's committed 2 fouls.
Yeah, early in the tournament, they were getting a lot of use out of him and really pounding the ball down low. Haven't really seen that since, and I mean, their 3-point shooting, as well as it has been, I probably would go away from the post a little bit to, you know, not sure if you're aware, 3 is more than 2 points, so like, not something I disagree with completely, but I'd love to see him bruising some people down there.
Shot clock violation against Boca. So Instituto with a chance to continue to extend this lead. And Leo checking in, saying, say hello to Sandu and Bruno. We appreciated getting the mention on the air. Glad you're tuned in, Leo. Appreciate all the basketball tutelage, Spanish terms, and nicknames. Talked about Ibargüen just a moment ago. Panther, played through injury in the quarterfinals, and it looks like he's in pretty good shape as Pomoli scores again. But as we said, not much of an impact. As the lead is now 5. A 15-0 run, but there it comes to an end. On the three-pointer by Santiago Scala. He's got 6, and it's 34-32.
Nice.
Left-hand floater is good. And now Boca rolling as we are tied at 34. Jose Vildosa's got 10 now. This was going to be a good one, Andrew. It's living up to the billing so far. Now Holt trying to bully his way in. Lowers the shoulder and gets called for the travel as we saw Santiago Scala turn around and make the call for the official before the whistle actually blew. As we look at the diving save attempt there. And the left-hand floater by the captain, Jose Vildosa. He had 31 points in the quarterfinals on March 11th against Real Estelí. He was 8 of 10 from three-point range in that game. Scala, 7 to shoot. Now here's Ibargüen. Up and under, Holt can't get it. Gets his own rebound, kicks it out. Jose Vildosa for 3, no. That goes out of bounds, and they signal Instituto ball. Boy, it sure looked like Ibargüen just flung Lugarini to the floor.
Yeah, he's a guy I would not want to get pinned by, because once he gets that elbow through, you'll notice he does a good job. If we watch moving forward, when he catches the ball, he's got both elbows out, and that's legal. As long as you're moving with your body, you can kind of displace the defender because you're taking that space. And yeah, catching one of those would definitely move you off your feet, I believe.
Back outside to Leandro Vildosa for 3. Nope. Rebound tipped. Holt the rebound. Now Pomoli thought about the 3, but Scala closed. Now he shoots it. I'm not sure if he intended to bank that or not, but it almost banked in as we approach 1 minute to play in this second quarter. Now Scala for 3. Nope. Elijah saves it. Now Elijah outside to Holt. Still plenty of time. Now Elijah again. A little bit of a mismatch, but here comes the help. Turns it over. Good defense by Boca. And a foul as Jose Vildosa tries to make the spin pass. Timeout on the floor. 38.4 to play. Second quarter, we are tied at 34. Both teams with big runs in this second quarter. Boca to start off the frame. Instituto with the counter. And Boca with a little mini run of their own to tie it back up. Once again, a big welcome into all our viewers around the Americas and around the world. In South America on DirecTV, in the USA on FanDuel TV. around the rest of the world on the VCL America's YouTube channel and FIBA's Courtside 1891. Let's see if we can pick anything up from Gonzalo Perez.
Van a cambiar, atento los rollbacks. Y cuando salís, Pepe, salís bien, nos amontonamos acá y con camiseta, pará. Si llega a ser zona, Franco, automáticamente que está parar. Hay que atacar, José. Acá, dale, juego.
Didn't really pick up very much there.
I think there was a sense of urgency in his voice, is what I would say.
The mic was a little low. I thought I heard Cambiar in there. So I don't know if they're talking about switching on a screen or... I said, didn't hear very much. But it's going to be Boca ball.
I heard everything. I just
play.
Understood very little.
Oh, you must have your cans turned up louder than me because I couldn't hear very well at all. Vildosa's 3 miss, rebound by Lugarini. That's his 5th board. Shot clock and game clock appear to be almost identical.
Yeah, real close. Or maybe right on.
Not sure what that was. I think maybe Copelo thought he was going to get the foul call and threw it up. But there were still several seconds left, and that's exactly what Copelo's saying. I think he thought he was going to get 3 free throws out of that deal, but no whistle. He shot it up still with a couple seconds to go. So we will go to halftime here in Ginásio do Americanazinho in Rio de Janeiro, tied at 34. Oh.
Oh, no.
We've got a Boca player down on the floor. Can't quite tell who that is.
I believe that is...
Almost looked like Marcos Delia from the side, but I couldn't quite tell. Oh, it's Scala. Let's see if we can see what happened here. Oh, he was... Did they bang knees? I didn't quite see.
Honestly, I would probably say that's good in this scenario because that's something that he should be able to maybe ice up a bit at halftime and come back.
Yeah. Get a little bit of that cold spray on there and maybe kind of try to run it off. Let's hope that's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the worst feeling when you take a knee to the knee like that or the thigh. And Scala.
It's so crazy to me how many times I've done something like that and it didn't really hurt, and then the other times that it just really did hurt.
Well, as we look at the first half highlights, let's run down some of the numbers for Boca Juniors. 12 of 31 overall, 7 of 19 from three-point range for 36.8%, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Instituto, 13 of 29 overall for 44.8%, but just 3 of 11 from three-point range. They are 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Just 9 free throws shot in that first half, Andrew. Pretty clean first half. Instituto dominating the boards, 20-15, 4-3 on the offensive glass. 8 turnovers for Instituto in that first half, 6 for Boca. Individually for Boca, Santiago Scala 6 points as we await to hear or see what's going on with him. Facundo Pinheiro 9 points on 3 of 4 shooting from beyond the arc. Jose Vildosa 10 points. Marcos Delia 3 points, 3 rebounds, a pair of assists. Sebastian Vega 2 points. Andres Ibargüen 3 rebounds. Martin Cuello 4 points. For La Gloria, Leandro Vildosa 3 points, 2 boards, 3 dimes. Lealita 8 points, 4 rebounds. Alex Negrete 3 points. Bautista Lugarini 6 points, 5 boards. Nicola Pomoli 12 points, 3 boards. And Emmett Holt 2 points in that first half. Well, Andrew, we were tied at 19 after 1. We're tied at 34 after 2. We expected a good game, and this one is living up to the billing so far.
Right. I really thought the score would be about as it was now, maybe a little higher, but thought it would be more of a back and forth, where at some point we were kind of like, Instituto, what are you going to do? But they answered with that 11 or 15-0 run to get things right where we thought. So we're right where we thought we'd be, basically. We knew this for sure.
So Scala is up and off the floor. That's good to see. And we go to halftime tied at 34. Don't forget the second semifinal coming up after this one. It's going to be Flamengo on their floor taking on Franca. 9:10 p.m. local time, 8:10 p.m. Eastern Daylight in the USA. He's Andrew Hunt. I'm Craig Fada, and we are back with second half action in just a few moments. Welcome back to Ginásio do Maracanazinho in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, for the first semifinal game of the Basketball Champions League Americas 2024-25 playoffs. Boca Juniors and Instituto tied at 34 after one half of play. Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Fada. Thanks so much for joining us in the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel and FIBA's Courtside 1891. Andrew, just a bizarre second quarter. Boca started off the quarter on a 10-0 run. Instituto answered with a 15-0 run, and then Boca closed with a 5-0 run.
Yeah, it's a game of runs, but 15-0 and 10-0 not too crazy, but 15-0 following that 10-0 run, pretty wild. We'll see if we have a little more consistency back and forth, or if we continue to see some crazy swings like that.
You see the block by Emmett Holt. And then the foul that will put Bautista Lugarini to the free throw line. Lugarini, 2 of 2 from the stripe in this game, 71.4% coming into this one on this event. Drops the first. Lugarini now with 7 points. At 8. Well, a 2-0 run now by Instituto to start off this third quarter.
Here we go again. Yeah.
Oh, a beautiful feed from Scala to Sebastian Vega, and Vega ties it up at 36, and good to see Scala back out there. Watched him during the shoot-around at halftime and seemed to be moving just fine. So, Andrew, I think that was just a case where he banged knees as Emmett Holt strikes from outside. Emmett Holt now with 5. That long three-pointer by Scala missed. Holt skies for the rebound. Holt tries to zip the pass to the cutting Lugarini, but tipped out of bounds by Giorgetti. It will stay with Instituto. And now the fadeaway. No, an offensive foul before the shot. Was that away from the ball, or was that on the shot?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Trying to wait for the play-by-play to catch up on the stat page. The shot was awfully pretty. It didn't count. Oh, they're going to say, actually, they're going to say Lugarini traveled. And now a foul. Yes, Delia hits the deck. Not Gabriel deck, mind you. Just the floor. Deck, one of the great Argentine basketball players. Remember seeing him as a young player on the national team. He has really blossomed. Delia to Scala. Now the lob inside to Delia. What a pass by Scala, but it's stolen away by Copelo. And the foul called on Scala. That will be his second. Again, good to see El Panda up and moving just fine. That almost looked like one of those ones where you're concerned it was a non-contact injury. And
right, that's
guy,
originally.
Yeah, goes down holding his knee after not making any contact. You fear the worst on those, but it did look like he just collided knees and was able to walk it off at halftime. So glad for that. A 33-year-old veteran for Boca Juniors as we have a foul called. Again, this third quarter, we're starting off kind of like how the game did. A little slow. And a foul on Copelo. 7 points scored in 2.5 or so minutes. And that's going to be the third foul on Copelo. Copelo quiet tonight, 0 for 5 from the floor. 1 rebound, 1 assist. 1 steal, a couple of turnovers, but 3 fouls. Copelo had 17 points against Franca in the opening window in December. So he could play a key role for Instituto down the stretch here if he's able to stay on the floor. Boca back to within 1 after hitting both free throws. Negrete left side to Holt. Holt keeps it himself, takes it himself, doesn't get a clean shot off. Now Boca back the other way. Long pass into the corner for Vega. Vega gets it back. Now Giorgetti for 3. Nope. Giorgetti now 0 for 3 from the arc, 0 for 4 overall. Giorgetti normally a pretty decent three-point shooter, 38% on the tournament. Now Negrete to Holt. Holt back to Negrete, couldn't get it clean, and he turns it over. Inside 6.5 minutes to play, third quarter. Jose Vildosa pulls up from the right elbow. That won't fall in. Holt fighting for the rebound. It goes out of bounds. Yeah, that's a tough break for Instituto. They had a pair of defenders there. Holt couldn't grab it. And Boca will get another crack at it with a fresh 14.
That's the kind of stuff you look back on if it's a close game at the end and you end up losing. That's an easy
one
one.
possession.
You just gave them a chance to, right.
Not saying they were being, not saying they were, being careless or nonchalant or anything. It's just one of those bad breaks. Shot clock at 5. Here comes Jose Vildosa spinning his way, fading, short. Negrete the rebound. 39-38. Up and under, that's good for Nicola Pomoli. Pomoli now with a dozen. He leads all scorers, 4 of 7 from the floor. He's also got 4 rebounds. Avdilia has his shot blocked, gets it back. Short on the jump hook. Great defense by Lugarini. Negrete, hesitation. Scala cuts him off. Great defense by Scala. Holt now on the handoff to Pomoli. Pomoli driving off the square and in. Nicola Pomoli protects the ball. That was a slick move by the 25-year-old.
He finds the basket. We mentioned Luka Doncic earlier. Pomoli's a guy that kind of reminds me. It doesn't look like he's just going to go up and dunk on you. Doesn't seem like the fastest guy, but man, he just puts the ball in the basket.
Delia with a nice pocket pass to Vega. It's back down to 3. 4:40 to play in this third quarter. Marini to Pomoli. Vega's on him. Shot clock at 3. Leandro Vildosa from way outside misses everything. Vega catches it. Leading the break. Oh, the pass a little bit behind Giorgetti. But he makes the adjustment, pirouetting in the air and laying it in with the right hand. And Boca down now by just 1. And now Instituto turn it over. Boca looking for the lead on this possession. Vega, the left hand, and it falls in. Sebastian Vega has given Boca the lead, 44-43. Clock down to 5. Into the corner for Pomoli, back outside for Leandro Vildosa, no. And now Boca looking for a chance to extend this lead. Giorgetti over to Vega. Delia hands it off to Scala. Now Vega for 3. Splash! Sebastian Vega! And Lucas Victoriano might want to take time out. He does not. We are inside 3 minutes now. Boca leading by 4. Holt, he launches a tray. That is good. Emmett Holt from outside. Emmett Holt now with 8, 47-46. Nicola Pomoli is down, holding that right ankle. Let's see if we can see what happened here. Ooh, yeah, turns it over. That might be one of those, where you just lace them up and a little tighter.
Yeah, the problem is, this is an ongoing debate between me and my basketball friends about footwear. I've always worn high tops. I'm not a guy that's going to break your ankle or is very fast. So all of those type of people, they tell me they love these lower top shoes for freedom of movement. Some of them even say that it helps to strengthen your ankle to avoid possible injury. But the thing I will say for sure, no debate on this, is in this case, if you hurt your ankle, having that high top is going to offer more support and compression on the ankle, whereas the low top, you're really not getting any compression on the ankle area because the top of the shoe is right below your ankle. So.
Plus, when you roll it over on the outside like that, that might prevent some of that extra roll.
Well, that's the debate. Is some guys say that the shorter shoes, they increase their ankle strength so that they avoid those kind of turns anyway.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, they're more agile and they move more than I do. So I said, all right, well, I won't fight you on that one, but.
And I know there's certain sports teams out there that require players to have their ankles taped, regardless of whether or not they want them, as Giorgetti strikes from the outside. But, there's the counter argument that, well, if you let the tape do the work, your muscles and your tendons and your ligaments aren't as strong as they normally would be. So, yeah, I get it. Plus, you know, the extra weight of that the fabric or leather, you know, can keep guys like you and me from dunking. Another three, that one by Vega. Sebastian Vega lighting it up in this third quarter. He's got 16 now. The lead is 7. Vega driving. Oh, has it ripped away by Pomoli. Leandro Vildosa's jumper from 17, no good, but a whistle. I do know one thing about the ankles, Andrew. Once you roll that ankle over, you don't want to take the shoe off, no matter if it's high top or low top.
Oh yeah, yeah. Until I got a bucket of ice cold water to stick that thing in, I do not. That man, that feels it. That's. I feel like not that I want everybody to turn their ankle, but if you have a nice swollen purple ankle from a game or your practice or whatever, you've rolled it, and you stick it into that ice water. I can't explain how bad and good that feels at the same time.
All the athletes out there are going, yep.
They're like, yeah, I feel it. Good stuff.
Unfortunately, I've had circumstances where I've left ice packs on so long I've gotten frostbite. Various parts, neck, shoulder, knee, back. Got a scrum going here. 3 on the way, no. Aliga takes a swipe at it, but it's Boca ball. Shot clock off, game clock now at 10 as we come to the end of the third quarter. And Cuello gets fouled. And another whistle before Jose Vildosa can get a shot off. With 6.2 to play in this third quarter. 53-47 in favor of Boca. Three-pointers by Vega and Giorgetti. Scala. Clock at 3. The floater rings out. Rebound tipped by Ibargüen. He couldn't corral it. And we will go to the fourth quarter with Boca Juniors on top by 6. 53-47. Outscoring Instituto in that third quarter, 19-13. Let's look at the numbers. Overall, Boca 19 of 47 for 40%, 10 of 25 from three-point range for 40%, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Not a ton of free throws in this game at all. Instituto, meanwhile, 17 of 42 overall, 40.8%. They are. Instituto is actually from the floor shooting 0.05% better than Boca Juniors. Instituto, though, just 5 of 18 from three-point range, 8 of 9 from the free throw line. Just 15 free throws total in this game through 3 quarters. Rebounds tied at 26. Boca now with the advantage on the offensive glass, 6-5. Yeah. 12 turnovers for Instituto, 10 for Boca. For Boca, Santiago Scala, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Facundo Pinheiro, 9 points. Jose Vildosa with 10. He's also got 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Marcos Delia, 3 points, 5 boards, 3 dimes. Sebastian Vega, 16 points on 6 of 9 shooting. Andres Ibargüen, 5 rebounds. Martin Cuello, 4 points, 3 boards, 3 assists. Franco Giorgetti with 5 points, 3 rebounds. For La Gloria, Leandro Vildosa, 4 points. Lee Alija with 8. Alex Negrete with 3. Bautista Lugarini, 8. Nicola Pomole, 16 points, 4 boards, 3 assists. And Emmett Holt with 8 points. First three-pointer of the frame is up and good. And Boca strikes first to get the lead up to 9.
I mentioned the foul situation there at the break. Vega, the only player for Boca with 3, everybody else with 2 or less, and then Capello with 3 for Instituto.
And Lucas Victoriano gets teed up, and the free throw makes it a 10-point lead. Matches the biggest lead of the game, 57-47. Boca led 29-19 in the second quarter. We all know how that second quarter turned out. Alija misses the three-pointer, but...
Sorry, just pointing out that Boca, they're all over the ball. They're hedging out over every screen and not even hedging, recover, almost a switch. They're really trying to make sure that Instituto goes deep into the shot clock.
Yeah, and it might be that they can start to feel it a little bit, playing with a little extra spark defensively. But we know what happened the last time Boca went up by 10. Instituto responded with a 15-0 run. So let's see what happens here. Negrete. Shot clock at 7. Negrete working on Vega. His floater is good.
Great shot.
5 points now for Negrete. Cuello to his left. Great defense by Negrete to get back and cut off the baseline. Now the floater, no. Negrete the rebound. And the foul on Cuello. Spoke briefly about the fouls. The only one really in any foul trouble. Santiago Scala with 3. Sebastian Vega with 3. Nicolas Copello with 3 for Instituto. Negrete, the backhand pass into the corner. Copello for 3. And the lead's cut to 5. A 5-0 run here by Instituto to answer. And they do it again. Oh, the seas part wide open. And the left-hand drive by Jose Vildosa puts an end to that run as Boca go back up by 7. Answering at the other end, Javier Saiz, his first 2 points of the game. Vildosa swings it right side, 3 on the way. That was halfway in before it popped out. Now here's Copelo. Over to Alija. He hangs, it won't fall in. Three-pointer from the right wing, no good. Get the feeling that Boca may be just trying to put it away with a couple of these last 3-point attempts. Too early for that, though, for the dagger from outside. Run your offense, get good shots. Now Negrete draws the foul as he skips between the defenders. We see Copelo talking with Alija. And Alija, I think, Andrew, is going to be one of those guys at 20 years old. He's going to be a guy that we see all over the top end of South American basketball, perhaps the next decade.
Yeah, very, very athletic guy in the right place a lot of times. And, you know, on this team, I don't know that he shoots a lot. He could be, you know, very good at shooting. That's just not his role on the team. Even if he's not a great shooter yet, he has plenty of time to perfect that. So great tools to build on for sure.
Now Guerra faked the 3, took a step in and buries the bucket. And the lead is down to 2 after the free throw and the offensive rebound on the miss. First 2 points of the game, I believe, for Guerra, yeah. Pinheiro battling Guerra. Pinheiro, quite the size advantage there. And I think that's not a terrible foul to take right there, instead of giving up 2 easy points. Now Negrete gets cut off beautifully by Ibargüen, leaving Cuello wide open for the 3-pointer, and he's got 7 and the lead's back to 5. Off to Copelo. Takes it all the way himself with the left hand and lays it in. Copelo now with 3. Cuello gives it up to Ibargüen. Alija blocks the shot but commits the foul. So Ibargüen to the free throw line, a 71% free throw shooter on the tournament. Has not shot one here tonight. 0 for 2 from the floor, but he does have 5 rebounds. First free throw missed. Ibargüen's second offering is straight through, and lead is 4. Alija on the handoff. Negrete trying to get it to Copelo. Copelo for 3. That's good! good. We've got a 1-point ball game. Scala gets it right side to Cuello. Back to Scala. Scala step back, thought about the three, instead gets it into Ibargüen. Shot clock at 2, Ibargüen in traffic, no! Everybody on Instituto wanted a shot clock violation.
Yeah, not sure if he got that onto the rim. I thought he did.
Yeah. There's Capello's 3 in the previous possession to get it to 1. Capello right in the face of Ibargüen. Inside 5 minutes to play. Elijah. Oh, the beautiful pass, but Capello too much traffic. Now Holt. Defense too tight around him. Shot clock at 4. Negrete on the drive. The right-hand layup won't go. But a foul called. And now Negrete can give Instituto the lead from the free throw line. Negrete, an 88% free throw shooter on the tournament, is 2 of 3 tonight. First free throw is good, and we are tied at 63. And for the second time, Instituto has come all the way back from a 10-point deficit to take the lead. 64-63 now.
That was
4:20 to play, fourth quarter.
Yeah, this fourth quarter, I was not as confident that they would do that. Right.
5 left on the shot clock now from Boca. Long three-pointer, missed badly, wide right. And now Instituto with a chance to get a little bit more than a slice of paper between these two teams. Outside to Elijah for 3. Just missed. Halo tried to get that rebound, but could not. Here comes Jose Vildosa into the corner. Three-pointer for Scala. That's good! Boca now on top by 2. 3 from the left wing. That is good! Leandro Vildosa. Shot clock down to 8 for Scala. Breaks on Holt, then flies right by. Layup won't go. Rebound Delia. Back into the corner for Scala. He drives baseline, gives it up to Delia. Lots of contact, no call. That's Victoriano. I guess they did call a foul. There's a lot of banging here. So Holt whistled for the foul, and Delia will go to the line. Delia, not a very good free throw shooter. 41% on the event, 1 of 2 here tonight. Delia gets the first. Delia, after I say he's not a good free throw shooter, hits them both.
That's the opposite of the free throw curse.
Yeah, as I was thinking the same thing. Now Capello from 18, that is good. Capello with the tough catch and shoot over Jose Vildosa. Gonzalo Perez wants timeout. Instituto on top by 1, 69-68. Back in a moment, live from Rio. (69-68) in favor of Instituto. They trailed by 10 at 57-47 early in this fourth quarter. The second time in this game they trailed by 10 points. But they came back both times. Took the lead at 64-63. The teams have traded the lead back and forth for about the last minute and a half. Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Fada. Hope you're enjoying this one. In the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel and Courtside 1891. Boca and Instituto saying, what appetizer? Maybe we're the main course in these semifinals. The running right-hand layup is good. Nicola Pomoli gives his team a 3-point lead. Oh my, but Scala. El Panda for 3. Pomoli now, right side to Alija, back to Pomoli. Shot clock at 7. Pomoli driving on Delia, fades away from 14, short. Now Boca with a chance to go back on top. Inside of 90 seconds to play in this fourth quarter. Scala directing traffic. Here comes the screen from Delia. Back right side to Jose Vildosa from way outside. Splash! Your pardon, that was that Franco Giorgetti? It was. Oh, I was right the first time. It was Scala. I'm sorry, Vildosa. So much excitement here. These names just falling out of my head. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it as well. (74-71) in favor of Boca Juniors. 1:12 to play. Instituto led 71-68 after the bucket by Nicola Pomoli. But 6 straight points by Boca. 3-pointers by Scala and Vildosa. Holt, the big offensive rebound, but stolen away by Delia. Now you'd think Boca will run a little bit of time here.
They don't have to score, just like a good look at a basket.
Yeah. So Pomoli stops the clock with the foul. 48.5 to play, 14 to shoot. Pomoli nearly steals the inbound pass, but Giorgetti gets a handle on it. That would have been huge.
That was close.
Pomoli already 3 steals. Shot clock down to 2. Three-pointer. That's good! With the shot clock winding down, Santiago Scala gives Boca the 6-point lead at 77-71. Pomoli loses it out of bounds. Instituto will retain possession. 18.7 to play. Still a 2-possession game.
They get a stop here. That's pretty much it.
9-0 run for Boca, but there's Pomoli with a little bit of an answer. 77-73, 16.9 to play. And a timeout on the floor. At Gonzalo Perez in his first season with Boca Juniors. Boca looking for their 3rd win over Instituto. They won both games in domestic league play this year, won a cup game. Now they are looking to advance to the championship game in BCL Americas for the first time. Last year, Boca did not advance out of the group phase. They were 2-4 in group play, trying to make their first championship game appearance in 3 tries in this event.
I don't know, it's been so long. I felt like I put people on upset alert for Boca. I said they just look like they could make it, especially once they started shooting like what we've seen here more recently. That's tough to compete with, and they've done it consistently. It wasn't just a one-off.
Partner, you also put people on upset alert for Instituto as well.
Just 2 for 2. What do you know?
Yeah, no, that's great. 2 second-place group teams advancing to the Final Four, so my man knows. So the foul committed. Instituto.
They won't
that was
in the game?
Just no.
Right now, we're already shooting free throws. Okay. I thought they had. I mixed up on the foul count here.
Yeah, that was their 5th. So.
Got it. I thought they still had 1 to go. So, yes, you do want him in the game. Now, if he can get a rebound, offensive rebound, or he's in there for defense.
Right. So the lead now 5. Things looking very dire for La Gloria. Vildosa with perhaps the nail. Lead is 6. Lugarini can't connect from long range. And an unsportsmanlike after the rebound. They had to commit a foul there.
Right. That'll seal the deal. You got to foul.
Yeah.
Had to.
Yeah, you have to foul, and unfortunately it was of the unsportsmanlike variety, so Boca will get 2 free throws and the ball, which was exactly what Instituto did not want. What a way to close the game for Boca.
Oof.
Went on a 9-0 run. Closing it out.
Find the coach. Just saying, I feel good that he at least made one of those, because now 7-point lead, better than 6. That's 3 possessions instead of 2.
Yes. Yep. And Boca Juniors will advance to the championship game of the 2024-25 Basketball Champions League America season, where they will face either Flamengo or Franca. Just a tremendous game, but Boca Juniors with a 12-2 burst down the stretch to bring it home. And look at the celebration, the happiness for Andres Ibargüen. Now the celebration begins at center court. And in the stands as well. 80-73 the final. Let's take a look at the final numbers on this one. For Boca, 26 of 63 overall, 41%. 16 of 35 from three-point range. They shot 4.5% better from the arc than they did overall. And 12 of 15 from three-point, or rather from the free throw line. For Instituto, 27 of 58 overall, 46.6%. Beg your pardon, 46.6%. However, they were just 8 of 25 from the arc, 32%, not terrible. But when the other team shoots 46%, that's going to be tough to overcome when they double your three-point output. Instituto 11 of 13 from the free throw line. Instituto actually won the rebounding battle, 36-32, 8-8 on the offensive glass. 10 turnovers for Boca, 13 for Instituto. Individually for Boca Juniors, Santiago Scala finished with 16 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. Facundo Pinheiro, 9 points. It's relatively quiet in the second half, however. Jose Vildosa, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Marcos Delia, 5 points, 6 boards, 3 dimes. Sebastian Vega, 17 points. Andres Ibargüen finished with the 1 free throw, along with 6 rebounds. Martin Cuello, 7 points, 4 boards, 4 assists. And Franco Giorgetti, 5 points, including a key three-pointer in the third quarter. For Instituto, Leandro Vildosa, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Lee Alija, 8 points, 4 rebounds. Alex Negrete, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Nicolas Copello, 10 points. Luciano Guerra had 2. Bautista Lugarini, 10 points, 7 boards. Nicola Pomoli, 18 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Javier Saiz, 2 points. And Emmett Holt finished with 8 points and 5 rebounds. And Lucas Victoriano really had his team playing well, playing hard. They came back from 2 decent-sized deficits. They took the lead after trailing by 10 in this game, and they did it twice. Once in the first half, once in the second. With as few as 2 minutes left in the game, 71-68 after a bucket by Pomoli. But it was too much Boca down the stretch as they closed out the game on a 12-2 run, including a pair of three-pointers by El Panda, Santiago Scalo, who, don't forget, at the end of the first half, Andrew, he went down with that knee injury, banging knees with an Instituto defender. He came off.
Yeah, almost set on those last two shots. I think it's safe to say he's feeling, which is good.
Yeah, pulls a Willis Reed. And so it's Boca on to the final, where they will take on the winner of our next semifinal between Flamengo and Franca. We will get that one underway in about an hour and 10 minutes. We hope you will join us. For my partner, Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Feda. Saying thanks for watching, and so long for now.